So I don't know if anybody jumped in the river this year. Somebody usually does jump in the river every
Hey,
fucking
man,
year.
ain't nobody got health insurance to be jumping in no river.
That's true, especially the Green River. Ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. Still can't beat you after all these years.
The old man still got it. Honestly, I was actually trying to pace myself because I have a problem when I'm trying to drink things too fast. You know this. The shit always like goes mustache style and then ends up, and I'm wearing white. I'm wearing a white shirt today. Shout out to New Rockstars Nerd Riot over there. They said they'll shout us out if we wear their shirt, so we're gonna give it a shot.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah, put your money where your mouth is. Put your shout out where your mouth is.
Yeah.
Put your mouth where your money is. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. So I was like, please don't fucking embarrass yourself and spill on a white shirt at the beginning of the episode. So it's very much like
That's
I was
that
freaking
shirt
out.
looks comfortable.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie. It's we can talk about it more off camera, but it's definitely one of those things where you know this because you know I've been working on our merch for a long time. It's one of those things where when you put the shirt on, you're like, I kind of like how that fits.
Yeah.
Maybe
Like how it feels.
maybe I might want to switch or at least incorporate this in. Sorry, that's a little too in the weeds. But for any of you out there that's thinking about merch, these are the kind of conversations you're going to be having at some point because you're going to be thinking like, hey, like, do I want to sell this or sell this? You know, things come up and they have different prices and different thread counts and all these different things. And you as the seller normally aren't used to thinking about those things. You're just like, press. Like even
Click
when
a button, that's it.
even when I bought this, I bought the wrong color.
Oh.
I had wanted a completely different. It worked out, but I wanted a completely different color. But because I was busy and trying to multitask, I forgot to press the color. I pressed the size. I think I pressed color and then size, and maybe anyway, y'all don't give a fuck about that.
Welcome everyone to another episode of the podcast. We pull back the curtain, give you some insight on what goes on behind the scenes at a Fairborn restaurant. We like to call that the industry perspective.
Yes. What's up, motherfuckers? For sure. Other than merch.
Other than that,
No, I've been hearing about we need to get merch out all year. I heard it last year, but like definitely this year. So it's just been in the forefront of my mind. Sorry, guys. Yeah, it's like I'm at the age where I get excited about a new appliance. Like, oh, this is gonna save me how much time when I'm cooking? Like that's where I'm at right now. So
that's how people felt about air fryers when they came out.
bro, I had a long ass conversation with my coworker about air fryer the other day because y'all are both from Chicago. You're both around the same age, and she's like, "The one appliance we don't have is an air fryer," and I was like, "The one appliance we overuse is our air fryer."
Yeah, the other one died.
Like, yeah, he gave up.
He gave up.
Fucking saluted the hell out of that
It was like,
motherfucker.
damn, I'm tired.
Bro, that air fryer was like that grizzled vet bartender that was just like, look, I can't open this bar no more, man. I'm sorry. I am sorry.
I could probably do a mid shift. I can't close, but I'm definitely not opening.
And I damn sure ain't working St. Patrick's Day.
Not working Saturdays either.
Nah.
Definitely not working
holidays.
St. Patrick's Day.
Definitely not working St. Patrick's Day.
Oh my God, yeah. If you can't tell, this would be our St. Patty's episode.
I mean, we're filming it on the bartender's St. Patrick's Day, which is the day before.
Yeah.
So true to form.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. It would have been. I wish I would have got. I wish we would have got a chance to go to Chicago. I also wish, and not. I wish we could have got some footage of it, at least from Wilson, but he's also out there enjoying himself, and he just went. So I'm not gonna be like, "Hey, can you get some footage?" Like,
and we're the same. If we were there, we would not be recording the same way
Yeah.
that we would want. We would
Mhm.
need someone there recording it too. of
But I
course.
did see some stuff in typical Chicago St. Patty's Day fashion. You've got you've got people fighting in the streets
Oh,
and
I
just
love watching fights
random
now.
drunk shit happening, and
Yeah,
it's like, yeah, that's Chicago St. Patty's. And
yeah.
I had showed it to some friends, and they're like, "God damn!" I'm like, "Yeah, no, that's just." And then it's snowing. They're like, people are out there and fucking like,
Oh, it's snowing.
it snowed a little bit.
Damn, I wish I would have went now.
Yeah, it snowed a little bit.
That makes me feel bad.
People were like, I'm showing one of my friends, and he's like, people are wearing shorts. I'm like, it's Chicago. You're drunk.
Yeah.
You have no idea. So I don't know if anybody jumped in the river this year. Somebody usually does jump in the river every fucking
Man,
year.
ain't nobody got health insurance to be jumping in no river.
That's true. Especially if you're in the river.
Come on, man. Can't be taking them kind of chances these days.
No.
You keep going. I just want to plug in the camera so it doesn't
Yes.
die on us.
Chicago River fights. Yeah, St. Patty's. It's I think the last episode we did was the one with everybody was here, right?
St. Patty's last year, yeah, that's the one we had everyone here.
And everybody here.
MP was like, "I've never blacked out."
Oh, he's never blacked out.
EJ
Yeah.
was like, "All I do is black out. Step your game up." Like that was a night.
JJ was like, "I black out." Everybody blacked out, but MP.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was that was fun because MP was just like
EJ blacked out that night.
he did. That's the funny thing. He blacked out that night.
Yeah, go ahead though. You were
But
saying
MP was just like the concept of blacking out to him. He had a vast different, entirely different definition of blacking out.
Yeah, but
To
he's
him,
also
it's like-
black. It hits us different.
for sure.
Yeah, I will not lie. The first time I heard blackout as a black man, I was like, wait, what? We can do that? Is that like, are we going Super Saiyan or what? Like, yo, let me know what this whole blackout thing is, bro.
Did you think it was the equivalent of hulking out? He's just
Bro,
getting-
I was like, yo, I get to be my most blackest at this moment. Like, I will gladly.
That could
I
mean
will
so many
black out every day of my life.
that could mean so many different things.
I'm just being honest, man.
Oh my god.
You hear certain terms and you're just like, yo, I
wish-
like that. I heard blacking out and I was like, yo.
I wish we had another black person here to chime in
So do I. We used to. They left.
and chime in on that because there are some things that ran through my mind that I cannot say. I
Yeah.
will not say.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's
They
some
left.
Boondocks material going on.
It's okay. I like to think to myself that our friend just went up north to Canada and found his freedom. That's what I like to tell myself.
Yeah, no.
Says he's not here
yeah.
anymore.
Blacking out. That was a thing. And for those that may have missed that episode, basically we were explaining to our friend MP how like, oh yeah, sometimes I'll black out and come back, and he was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Because to him was like blacking out, like that's it. You're
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
You wake up, the next time you gain consciousness is you're on the floor, couch, somewhere, and you're checking if you got all your shit. And I was like, no. I have pockets where I remember and I gain consciousness.
Pockets.
Like it's like it's like coming up for air for a second. It's like and then going back down, and then you come back, you're like, all right, I'm still here, got everything, all right, we keep going.
I ain't gonna lie, I think you summed it up very well by saying pockets. Because it does seem like you store your memories in the pocket of the place that you were at. Especially when you've blacked out and you're trying to piece it together.
Mhm.
You're like, oh, when someone tries to tell you something you don't remember, you're like, yo, when did that happen? And they're like, oh, it was at this place. And you're like, all right, let me go through that file.
Mhm.
Let me open that pocket and look in there and be like, yo, let me reach in the dark of that pocket and see if I can find it. And they'll be like, yo, you don't remember slapping somebody? No, I don't. Well, you did. And we're not allowed back there anymore.
Yeah.
You know, like I feel that sorry to cut you off, but also just saying like from God, you know, you want to say don't make it about race, and I'm not, but I am who I am. So it is what it is, and I can only speak from my experiences. And when I say that, I'm saying like, man, for me, through my 20s, blacking out was the scariest thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all jokes aside, and not even saying what I said earlier was a joke. It was one of those things where you hear a term and you don't know what it means. Yeah, man, the scariest thing for me um, is the thought of waking up in a jail cell.
Yeah.
You know, as a minority, I mean, especially nowadays, but I'm saying, you know, even in the ancient times when I was young, like just the thought of waking up in a jail cell was fucking scary, man. It really was, because I already knew that it's you know, just to cut to the chase and like hand the conversation off. You ever done a like a marathon or obstacle course or 5K run, like any of those things?
Yeah, but with alcohol.
Right. My nigga. I'm saying like it's like going into one of those events, but you already know, you know, even in golfing terms, like you already know what your handicap is going to be. It's like walking into a situation and you're saying like, I'm already behind the eight ball. No matter what happens to everyone in this group, even if it happens to everyone in this group at the same time, it's not gonna happen to everyone else the way it's gonna happen to me because I'm the black one. You know, um, yeah, it's one of the most unfortunate times to be considered a token friend, because that token doesn't buy your ass any freedom from any situation. You know, like you're still the black one. It's like a get in jail free token instead of get out of jail free. You know, it fucking sucks, man. It really fucking does. I don't even know how I got started on that. I just started thinking about the fucking play. Like I
talking about blacking out and
oh yeah, well, just it's you said this before off camera. We were having a conversation. I mean, certain people know some of the shit I got going on right now, but it was one of the things you said. You were like, "Why would you ever do that to a black man? You should know better."
Yeah.
You know, I'm paraphrasing, but like, you know, you were basically saying like, if anyone's gonna know their rights, it's gonna be a black man, and it's like, yeah, because you have to. You know. I want to bring this home real quick. Something off the cuff, hadn't even thought of it before right now, other than the fact that I've thought of this for the longest fucking time, over 20 fucking years of drinking on St. Patrick's Day, Cinco de Mayo, and any other holiday that you can drink on. I feel not that those holidays are a gateway or a key or a pass or anything. However, I do look at them as a doorway of where everyone can understand a culture. You know, yeah, it's like it's been like dumbed down and watered down where they talk about it, where it's like, oh, it's a drinking holiday, da da da. That's what they do to tell you not to take something serious, because they see too many people actually coming together during that time. St. Patrick's Day, Cinco de Mayo, Juneteenth, any one of those holidays that is celebrating a denigrated, I you know what? I'm using too many big words because I don't even know what I'm going to say on that one. I'm saying like a marginalized society of people that are being held down, a bunch of Uchihas, if you will. Like when you are of that, you notice when you're not being recognized. You notice when your heritage, when your very being, when your very essence is being told that you can't be a part of something. Yet there ends up being that one day out of the year where it's okay to be yourself. Irish get St. Patrick's Day, Latinos get Cinco de Mayo. And the reason I say that is because they be acting like every Latino celebrates Cinco de Mayo. It's like, Mexicans don't even celebrate Cinco de Mayo because it's not the Mexican Independence Day. That's how, anyway, Sorry, another conversation. Just saying. I said I'll hand this off, and I am. It's just one of those things where you every year I see these holidays, I see these celebrations that are supposed to be about bringing people together under the umbrella of, hey, come look at my culture, come look at what made me who I am, especially when you don't know what made me who I am. Even if you're my friend and someone who I might consider family, this is the one day out of the year where you get to just be one of us. And instead, we have turned it into this seesaw fucking ride, where it doesn't celebrate anyone. It's just go get drunk on St. Patrick's Day, go get drunk on Cinco de Mayo. I don't think anyone's saying go get drunk on Juneteenth because, man, y'all don't want us in our feelings on that day. I mean, and don't get Puerto Rico started on the days that they would want to,
Yeah.
you know.
There's a bunch of days there. For those wondering, like, oh, how come you guys have like the Irish flag and you celebrate this and that? I'll tell you, because like the Irish people, like they get it. The Irish in Ireland, like they get it, and they also crazy enough, like they also fuck with Mexicans heavy, like a lot. They actually fuck with Latino. Actually, I learned that like Ireland and Puerto Rico have like a really good relationship. I had to go back and find the thing that I read and what I came across, but like Ireland, Irish, and Puerto Ricans, like we solid. Same with Irish and Mexicans, solid. So yeah, I forget what it is exactly, what the bond is, but like they fuck with us and we fuck with them. So I'm like, that's good enough for me. I don't care.
I apologize for my expression.
It was something significant, and it was just like, oh, cool.
Yeah, and that's why I say I apologize for my
Yeah.
expression, because I don't want to like trivialize anything, or just try to get clicks or anything like that. I'm saying, like the way I feel about it is, of course, we're all in the same boat. When it all comes down to it, we are all trying to get to the same place. We'd all love to get there together. What I feel and what I've leaned on the most as far as my message is that the wrong people have the keys. The people who are in charge of bringing us together, making sure we're all okay, are only worrying about themselves, and will use ideology, rhetoric, erasing. I was thinking of two different thoughts. Erasing history, all of these things to hold on to power, because they're not holding on to power, they're holding on to them being made to feel better about themselves. They can't go out there and make people feel better about themselves just based on who they are. What I mean is the people they're trying to help and themselves. They only see themselves based on who they can help by results and by being praised, and you see these people that like they talk like they believe in something. They have no idea what they actually believe in. No idea. Because if you really thought about what you believe in, about half of this country would like pull their hair out by realizing that they've been on the wrong side for the longest time. And I've said that for a while. You have people in the, motorcycle club world, gang world, political world. There was one I was just thinking of. Law enforcement world. And they're all looking at each other like they're the ones who have the right idea and they're the ones who should be in charge, but also looking at everyone else who opposes them as an enemy. And it's like, but my nigga, we're all Americans.
Yeah.
Chappelle said that, like, you talk about all these other countries, but at the end of the day, in those countries, they're all that, except for the one part. The one part is, if you're not that, you're not that, which means if you're Black, Latino, Middle Eastern, Southeast Asia. Like if you're anything and you're inside of another country that only believes in their country, but they don't believe in your existence, turns out you're in Israel. So that's what I mean. It's like if you really want to like talk about like people actually coming together on these holidays and celebrating each other and celebrating their traditions and their heritage, you know, when younger than you, I was fucking going out for like my first fucking like real official bar was an Irish pub, and they fucking had me praying to the porcelain god by the end of the night.
Nice.
That was the only god I believed in. They had to come in there and get me out of the bathroom because I was just like, "You are my savior, old porcelain. Thank you so much." Fucking Jaeger bombs and Irish car bombs all fucking night.
Love it.
But it's also the most fun I've had at a St. Patrick's Day. It was hanging out there with a bunch of different people who either looked like me and didn't look like me. It was Phoenix, Arizona. They didn't look like me that much. It was like three of us, and we all like we'd look across the room like signal flares,
Yeah.
like fucking lights of mortar.
Yeah.
Hey, if something go off, I'm gonna signal you. We gonna get out of here,
Yeah.
right? Like that shit, man. But it shouldn't be like that. Sorry, I've
No, you're good.
monopolized.
You're good.
I'm monopolized.
Yeah, I know. What I was kind of just saying was, yeah, like Irish people, when you think about it, like they're the minorities of the Europeans, so they got treated pretty terribly, and at one point were even enslaved. That not for different reasons, as opposed to, you know, the African slaves, very different reasons, but they had their own little thing going on over there. So they're the minorities of the Europeans. So I think that's why they understand and empathize with the minorities over here and Latin American countries, because like even their elected leaders, like I'm paraphrasing. I've seen only bits and pieces. Apparently, she's like really dope. So all her policies are really dope. So like they get it. So I fuck with them. One of our friends is Irish. I have a couple friends that are Irish. I mean, so I fuck with them. They get it. So that's why we are like, yeah, we'll throw the flag up there and we'll indulge in this very exaggerated holiday. I mean, so fuck it. Why not? We'll indulge and we'll have fun. And I'm sure they don't mind that we celebrate this way. But other than that, yeah, St. Patty's in LA sucks. So I know tomorrow's not going to be that like vastly different. Maybe a little bit more activity downtown, but not too much.
It's not gonna be too much. It's on a Tuesday.
And the weekend, we were busy for different reasons. Mainly the World Baseball Classic. It's actually been a whole week thing.
Before we move on,
Yes.
I just want to say something that I hope doesn't get me canceled.
Oh boy.
If it does, damn, I'm just gonna have to deal with that later. You were saying in your own way, in your own roundabout way, you know, that like you fuck with the Irish because you know they're the only ones who understand what it's like to be a real nigga. Hey, they're the only ones that've been oppressed to that same extent. Which I bring that up jokingly, and again, I ask not to be canceled because I bring it up for a very real reason, not just jokingly, but having some Irish red-haired friends. I've told you this as well, and other friends as well through conversation. You know, even talking with my friends who are like Filipino or a different race. There always seems to be this thing where if they can find an attribute in you that is other, especially if they can find one in you that is darker than whatever it is that they accept, they immediately start calling you the N-word version of that.
Yep.
And it drives me nuts how little that's talked about. Especially in the Asian world, like for Filipinos, they're like, oh, like so many of my Filipino friends would tell me, it was like they would get called the N word or just be like, "Oh, Filipinos," or just. I'm like, why are y'all bringing black people up? Like we ain't even a part of the conversation at
Right.
that point.
We're
You
not
know what I
even
mean?
there.
Like that had nothing to
Yeah.
do with us, kind of deal.
Yeah.
But you just see the way that that's perpetuated in other, you know, not just societies, but just like in different groups. And I remember, you know, someone made a joke recently that said like, you know, the problem with conservative America is that they've ran out of people to blame, so now they've realized that they're the black people too. They're in the same boat as us in the terms of what their government thinks of them, because their government's not helping them, and it's just giving them nothing but excuses and telling you that you're supposed to be angry and you're telling you that you're supposed to be this. And what I mean by that is like they're treating the rest of the country the same way that they've been treating black people this whole time, same way they've been treating brown people this whole time. If you're born here, if you are foreign born, they will help you. But then they will make sure that they put that ideology in your head as you are getting opportunities that other people like you aren't getting because you're not from here. They want you to then also denigrate the people who are just like you, who are marginalized more than you are because they were born here. They're one generation removed as opposed to you who just came here. And then you have this culture war of like, you're not real black, you're not real Asian, you're not real this, you're not real that. And you see all this infighting. And that's why, like a St. Patrick's Day, a Cinco de Mayo, or any other one of these holidays that is supposed to be highlighting another race, another ideology, another ethnicity, another tradition. You notice that they get minimized more and more
Yeah.
and more every
Yeah,
year.
for sure.
So I monopolize again, but that was the point I was trying to make. It's like we don't even realize how much we're being erased. Every race.
Yeah. Um, you were saying that some of the white people here are now starting to feel like minorities or whatever. Is that what
Well,
you?
just in the country, that's
Yeah.
that's their excuse. Yeah.
That made me think of this video. It made me laugh because this white guy was like, he basically said, he's like, I found a word for us. He's like, he's like, we're white, so we're vanilla. So I'm gonna start calling all my homies nillas. Where all my real nillas at? I was like, yo. The funny thing was,
I hate that he came up with that.
is that the comment section was a mixture of white and black people, and they were just, and the black people were like, damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Because as soon as I heard that, I just thought of a box of Nilla wafers. That I was like, hey, but if it's the real Nilla wafers and it's not that fucking generic cardboard shit, it's like, oh, we got the good ones this time. Like, I'm like, oh shit.
You got the comments. I've been looking for all my Nillas.
Bro,
real Nilla reporting.
Where all my real Nilla wafers at? Trying to make some banana pudding up in this bitch.
God, it was such a fun. It was one of those moments where you just see people come together. It's like, that's fucking funny.
Isn't that the most American dessert though? Hold on. I'm sorry. I keep derailing things and I apologize, but like this is for y'all out here too. And I might try to remember this in a sense of like putting it up as a question, even though every time I do that, we don't get enough engagement, but that's the algorithm. I can already fucking tell. I feel like the most American dessert is not apple pie, it's banana pudding. It is banana pudding. Because if you go to the South,
I've had a lot more banana pudding than I have apple pie, for sure.
And I love apple pie.
Yeah.
I love apple pie. But man, a good banana pudding, I don't care what race you are. You give me a good banana pudding, I know you're American as fuck. You give me a good apple pie, you just follow the recipe, bitch. Yeah. You just follow the recipe. Yeah. Nah, that tastes artificial. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, nah. I want to taste your banana pie. That lets me know how.
Banana pudding.
Banana pudding. Yeah, I said banana pie. I want to taste your banana pudding. Let me know how American you are with your banana pudding, man. Yo, sorry. I just started thinking about that and just the ways of not marketing it, but just trying to use that dessert to bring people together. Bro, when we lived in Phoenix, I don't even know if I knew you back then, but there were a couple places that had really fucking good banana pudding. And even if the rest of their food wasn't that fucking solid, I would go there just for that. But I've never tried to make my own. Actually, no. I made one. I made one back in the day. Been a minute. I need to make some more banana pudding, man. The most American dessert there is. And if it's not, tell me which one is. Tell me in the comments. We need more engagement anyway.
I was looking for something specifically, but I just saw the update for the World Baseball Classic. It's going to be Venezuela and USA. Yeah.
How apropos.
I know, right? Bro, Venezuela got to. This is, I guess, just we can cut this out, but like. The pitcher is the Chicago Cub, by the way. They beat Italy. Yeah. Hell yeah. That's going to be sick.
You know the funniest thing about national pride?
God, it should have been a DR in there. That's fucking crazy. It should have been the Dominican Republic.
I didn't watch it. Go ahead. The craziest thing about national pride for me is how every nation is allowed to feel it. Except like when you live in the US, even if you're from another country and love the US, you gotta pick US. Or it's like some traitor shit. Yep. But US is always about like their heritage and where they come from. Like how many of the white Americans are always like, oh, you know, my people came here and did this and did that. And it's like, yeah, so you're an immigrant. Is what you're saying. Yeah. We're all immigrants.
We are.
And what you're saying is that you're an immigrant, but you're saying that like you guys cashed out of being an immigrant early? Like, are you supposed to...
That doesn't make any sense to me. Shit.
Because when I see Venezuela doing well and I see people posting that they are Venezuelan and they're proud of the team doing well, I don't feel the sense of like, that's not American. How dare... I feel a sense of like, oh shit, you feel fucking recognized. Yeah. Yet Americans feel these connections to their sports teams based on state. I'd love to see this country at a point where they focus more on being in the same country as opposed to city and state borders. You know, like growing up, going to high school, like we had certain areas we didn't go to, and it was like, why not? It's like, oh, they don't like us over there. Why not? Because we date the girls from that school. Like, that's it.
And
what else you supposed to do? Everyone at this school is your cousin.
Right?
You doing it the right way, bro.
Everybody's got the same last name.
Shit's weird, man. Like, we gotta start figuring shit out. Because to me, I hear St. Patrick's Day, I'm just thinking of like having some drinks, having a good time, you know, like it's like the whole country was invited to the same festival.
Yeah.
That's what I like about it. I know I'm gonna get, well, I hope I'm gonna get a good shepherd's pie kind of deal, corned beef hash,
something like that.
Didn't have to cook it, you know, green beer. I ain't need to die, And when else do you order a green beer? You
Never.
know, like we
Like,
just got to get back to celebrating.
yeah, that's what we need to do, man. Like, I know the episode compared to last year's like it's vastly different, but we didn't plan it. We didn't prepare it. It kind of just
No,
for me it crept up. I didn't even realize. I'm like, oh shit. It literally crept up. I was like, holy fuck. I didn't
yeah,
plan. I didn't prepare. You didn't plan to prepare. I mean, it literally just like, oh my god. Nobody hit us up to see if we were gonna do anything. So I don't know if people were expecting us to hit people up or what have you, but it's like I don't know, but that's neither here nor there. Uh, but still, I mean, we still had to do an episode.
well,
Why?
yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
God,
I think everyone's waiting.
I
They don't know what for, but they're waiting.
I really, really, really wish I could have like one day in here in LA where they just go batshit crazy over the fucking.
Crazy.
Sorry, I had to burp.
It's the way you did. Crazy.
I mean, they got a river here. They could dye green. Well, it's already kind of green.
Dude, oh yeah. LA dirty water is a thing.
Yeah, I know. It's already kind of green. Oh my god. Well, that's all I got for that.
I mean, I'd love for us to do something next year
Yes.
because with the way things are set up, we could do Chicago the week before
Mm-hmm.
and be in LA week of,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah. Because the weekend before is where it's always crazy. Unless St. Patty's lands on a Saturday, which won't be for another couple more years.
yeah,
So, and by then, I'll probably
yeah.
too,
Yeah, no,
too
we're-
late. I'll be
I
tired.
definitely won't be there then. I'm
That'll-
way too old.
The next time St. Patty's is on a Saturday will be my last St. Patty's that I do.
by the time it's on a Saturday, I'll be close to 50. I'm good on that.
That'll be
I'm
my
good on
last.
that.
That'll be my last hurrah. So to all my friends that do watch this, that'll be the last one we do.
Yeah.
The next Saturday St. Patty's lands on. That's the last one.
Next year's my last hurrah. Fuck that. I ain't got too many hurrahs left. Like, nah, I'm good. I want us to get back to celebrating,
Yeah, for sure.
not just as a nation. Seriously, just as people. We don't have time to actually like celebrate our wins or celebrate
don't.
anything anymore.
I don't know.
And we're constantly being bombarded by all the things that are going wrong and the things that we aren't doing right. Like all of these things, it's always fucking something that we got to look up to and be like, oh yeah, that too. Like, yeah, it fucking sucks. So we need more moments of actually,
You know who's
celebrating.
being bombarded?
Israel.
Sorry, that made me laugh. When you said bombarded, I thought of
Damn,
that.
I hit it twice and it was a dud.
You know what wasn't a dud?
Well, all right on that. Yeah, no, again, I know we didn't talk about St. Patrick's Day itself.
I mean,
as
there wasn't much to
Yeah.
discuss here. It's LA. They don't go crazy like that. So it's
Yeah.
just us doing a ritualistic thing of just acknowledging it. And,
Yeah.
like if we were in a different city, we'd probably have more to talk about. But we've got like two Irish pubs within walking distance to us. And then besides that, I think there's one somewhere in Santa Monica, one in Culver City, and I'm pretty sure there's something in Long Beach. But other than that, we don't have too many Irish pubs here.
And even if we do, it's not that they're that prevalent to where everyone knows them to that extent, to where they're going that often. Because if so, we would have heard about them more. It's
I mean, we had one across the street, but they closed.
They closed like 3 years ago now. Like it's crazy to still see posters outside for UFC fights that happened 3 years ago. It's a wild thing. But it also is a reminder of investing in the right things, because that place was investing into a certain type of temperament and to a certain type of ideology, and it closed.
That fucked them over is that fucking burger sucked. That's what it was. I bet you if that burger was better, what was it, 15 for a burger and a beer?
$15.99 for a burger and a
Something like
beer, something like that.
That burger was better if it was seasoned a little bit. That would have been for Tuesdays.
But again, that still goes into the ideology of a place, because if it was run by the right people, if it was owned by the right people, they never would have had a shitty burger. Especially when you're across the street from a multi-story apartment complex that's right there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I can say a lot of things about my venue. I won't, because I like having a job. But we very much cater to our clientele and the people who live upstairs from our building. People who live in the neighborhood, we give discounts to them depending on where they live and everything like that. Like, we're trying to work with the community. So as many things as I would love to complain about, at least they're trying to stay open. You know, this place, Limericks, it didn't even feel like it was trying to stay open.
No.
You know, like
They were just
Casey's is over here down the street. It's one of the other pubs, and I would never tell anyone to go there because they don't pay their employees the way that they're supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
You think I forgot about that? I ain't forgot about that. That shit was last year. I've known about that for a minute. And it's not the first group you did it to either. You've been doing shitty shit to people for a minute, Casey's. So that's why I'll never go there. Especially go to a place that charges you $20 just to fucking walk in to a packed ass Irish pub, and the bathrooms don't even work fucking properly.
Yeah.
Nah. I ain't gonna say too much more because I don't want to
fucking
get caught
wild.
up. But yeah, that's not cool, man. So to have that be one, Dublin's is an institution. You know, but Dublin's doesn't even feel like a pub at this point. Dublin's it's that bar
It is.
in the area. It's that bar. Sorry.
It is. No, that's the spot.
Sorry.
Yeah.
What's your let's leave this on a fun note of St. Patrick's Day.
Well,
okay, what you got?
When we, because I still had other shit I had to say, but that could
on
be
St. Patrick's Day,
not St. Patrick's Day, something separate,
like another video.
Yeah,
that's what I was saying.
Okay,
but to tie it,
all right,
this
yeah.
time.
What were you saying? Sorry.
No, I was gonna say, like, what's one of your, well, that you feel comfortable saying, like, what's one of your fondest St. Patrick's memories in the industry, outside the industry, whatever.
Fondest St. Patrick.
Or not, it ain't even gotta be fondest, but it's like just
one that I can remember.
Yeah. Something fun, something crazy, something not fun, whatever.
One of those years I was out there in Chicago during one of those fucking bar crawls. We ended up at Sluggers, which is one of the bars right on Clark. We go, they got batting cages upstairs. So you can imagine you're fucking drunk. You're like, right. I don't want to go in the batting cage. Yeah. I'm thinking, man, I went into the like 60 mile per hour. That shit was moving like 90. I was like, whoosh. I was like, oh shit. I was like, what does it say? 60. I was like, that's 60? Oh my God. That's how you can test if you can drive or not, is you go to Sluggers.
Go to the batting cages first.
Go to the batting cages. And if you can hit 60, all right, cool. Then you move up to 70, then 80, 90. Not everybody can hit 90, but like if you can't hit 60, don't drive. Stop drinking. If you can't hit one pitch off of 60, if you can't even bunt off of 60, stop drinking. That's it. Just take a break. That
not being able to bunt is crazy,
bro. I was swinging. I'm pretty sure one of my friends have a video somewhere. It was just, I could not fucking time it right. Yeah, honestly, it was that just waking up that morning, slamming a couple car bombs with friends, with the homies.
Yeah.
Jumping on the train. Oh, actually, jumping on the train. We took a couple of water bottles full of whiskey with us so we can drink on the way.
Oh there. Yeah, as you do.
And I was like, dude, I gotta pee, and we had like 8 stops. So I go between the trains, and I just, I'm peeing in between the fucking cars.
Oh, but not in the bottle.
No.
That was the only part I was like,
no. You gave me that look. I'm like, what's
just pee off the train? Yeah.
So I leave the car.
Don't involve the bottle.
And I go in between where the cars connect.
Yeah.
If you ever been on the CTA, you'll know what I'm talking about. And there's a little opening right there. You can just piss, and hopefully the piss don't fly back from the wind right into your face. It didn't, but that's. I was like, I had to go. Everybody does it. Everybody fucking does.
I mean,
it.
not
Everybody sees it.
everybody.
No,
but,
no, no.
like,
A lot of people do it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool.
A lot of people fucking do it.
I don't know about everybody.
So yeah, I did that. And my friends were all just looking at me like I exit the car and I'm just pissing. I look at them. They look at me. They're just like shaking their head. I'm like, yeah.
They're shaking their head. You're shaking.
I'm shaking
yours.
mine. Oh my god. And that would not be the last time I did that.
Well, thanks for tuning in to another episode of the NEC Perspective. I think we've covered enough on St. Patrick's Day after that.